Howdy guys, Bookie Laura here. At the moment it's the Tuesday following the end of the BookTube-A-Thon. Sad face. I wanted to do a kind of little wrap up of how I got on, along with the challenges and that, but also to share my own sort of experiences overall of the BookTube-A-Thon. So for those of you who don't know, the BookTube-A-Thon is a readathon which is run by Ariel Bassett. It runs over the course of 7 days. The overall aim is to read 7 books in that time. There are also 7 individual challenges that you can try and meet when you're reading those books. While the BookTube-A-Thon is running, there are also Instagram daily competitions, video daily competitions, Twitter sprints, all sorts of things to get completely involved. So it's kind of it's not just a readathon, it's kind of a coming together of the BookTube community and a load of fun, to be quite honest. So as I said before, there are 7 challenges that are set that you have to try and sort of complete in your TBR as the reading week goes on. I made a really pretty page in my bullet journal. Hello. The first book that I read as part of the BookTube-A-Thon was Chucky. This was the book that I chose for a book that was published before I was born because, geez Louise, this book looks like it was printed before I was born. First published in 1968. Geez Louise, that is a long time ago. I'm not going to go into a kind of review of the books because I'm going to do that in my wrap up for the month anyway, but this is a great book, just in case you're wondering. Once I'd read that, I decided to read Man at Table 10 by Luke Smitherd, a book by one of your favourite authors, and he is one of my favourite authors, and it didn't let me down. Cool book. Then I read The Tales of Beadle the Bard by J.K. Rowling. This, frustratingly, was my book that I put on there to try and make sure that I read 7 books in the week. So actually it didn't tick off any of the challenges, although it would have also been by one of my favourite authors, but it didn't tick off any other challenges that I hadn't already met. Sad face. And after that I read The Vegetarian, and I did manage to complete this on the Sunday before the BookTube-A-Thon finished. This was a book that I discovered through BookTube. Unfortunately, that's as good as it gets. I was also reading a book after sunset, which was a series of unfortunate events. Unfortunately, I didn't finish it in time. I have very nearly finished it. I will finish it this evening, and it's Tuesday, so, you know, better late than never, right? The book that I'd intended to read a book-to-movie adaptation was Where the Wild Things Are. Again, I read this with my son on the Monday. We haven't seen the film yet, but we read the book. So I kind of, although I only managed 4 out of the 7 challenges, I did manage 2 of them within 2 days of the BookTube-A-Thon ending. So I kind of think it still motivated me to read those books, still motivated me to carry on. So that counts in my head, is what I'm saying. Which means the only book that I didn't actually manage to include at all was Touching the Void by Jo Simpson, which was my book with yellow on the cover. That's a quick summary of how I got on with the challenges. I didn't take part in any of the Instagram challenges because I am rubbish at photos. I have an Instagram account, go check it out because it's literally pictures of things. There's no fancy showmanship going on, it's just, this is something I want to show you. I didn't take part in any of the video challenges because I just don't have the time to commit to produce a video, plan and produce a video the same day. But overall, my BookTube-A-Thon experience was a very, very positive one. I really enjoyed it. It was my first readathon, and I think I really enjoyed the opportunity to get stuck into a community event. The biggest barrier for me was that I wished I could get more involved, and I found that quite difficult because actually, as fun as all the tweets and stuff looked, and the Twitter sprints and the Instagram things, I think because I wasn't taking part myself, it actually put me on a bit of a downer. I didn't watch very many of the challenge videos. I watched people's updates on how they were getting on, but I didn't watch challenge videos because I felt out of the loop from that. I think there were some difficulties with the fact that I was working for half the week, which I'm also a parent, which means a lot of my time is given up to parenting stuff, and I can't just drop everything and read as much as I'd like. And there was also a slight issue with the time difference in that a lot of the action is based on American time. And I know that's not the be-all and end-all, but it's just another tiny hurdle. And when you add in all those tiny hurdles, those stopped me from sort of getting fully involved like I would like to. Although I did enjoy the BookTube-A-Thon, I think that, to me, if you're going to get involved with something like that, I want to read 7 books. I want to read and fulfill all the challenges. Otherwise, what's the point? I'm just reading like I would usually. And that, unfortunately, led to me, by the end of the week, feeling like a failure. I kind of felt that I haven't managed the challenge. Look at all the stuff everybody else is reading. And it's put me almost in a reading slump, that I'm lacking enthusiasm to read. So I think I now need to take some time to myself, focus on reading stuff that I really want to read. None of this is negative about BookTube-A-Thon. I think BookTube-A-Thon is fab. I just don't have the time, is the issue that I would like. If I had the time, I would go to town on this. If I was before I had children and in the summer holidays, I would go to town. I'd be all over those challenges. If you took part in the BookTube-A-Thon, let me know how you got on, because I would love to know. If you have had similar experiences or different experiences, then let me know, because I would love to hear different people's opinions. Not just of BookTube-A-Thon, but other readathons too, because at the moment, I'm not really enthused to take part in any in the future. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.